Thank you for joining us today. My name is Kirsten Smit and I'm an advisory partner with Citadel Wealth Management. Today I'm going to share some thoughts on how best to create wealth while earning a corporate salary. It's a common belief that you can only become as wealthy as your corporate salary allows you to be. You take home a paycheck every month and in most cases spend most of it, as you know that a contribution of some kind has already been made to a retirement fund, so that covers any need for further saving. This is an easy trap to fall into. Corporates offer a perceived sense of security, and you need to make a concerted effort to make your corporate salary work for you instead of just using it as an enabler to a good lifestyle. I'm going to give you 4 tips that should steer you in the right direction. Firstly, understand your timeline. Once you've defined a target amount you'd like to save each year, it's important to take your investment horizon into account before actually investing. Different asset classes experience varying levels of volatility, and all are subject to inflation. When investing your surplus capital for a short period of time, that's up to 2 years, focus on asset classes that are not subject to high levels of volatility. Your obvious choice here is a money market type fund, or alternatively, simply pay it into your home's access bond. For investments with a medium-term horizon, that's 2 to 6 years, bonds, fixed interest investments, and corporate preference shares are a good option. Their returns generally exceed inflation, but they are not usually subject to the same level of volatility as traditional equities and property. For the long term, that's 7 years or more, equities and property are a win. It's important, though, that you manage risk with sufficient diversification. Spread your equity investments across different geographical regions and different sectors. This will ensure they are not all affected by currency fluctuations in the same way and are not entirely subject to country-specific economic and political risk. To achieve this level of diversification within the property sector, the easiest way is to invest in a listed property fund that offers exposure to a variety of property investments. Secondly, you need to look to create a passive income. You can create a passive income by renting out an investment property or through dividends from a share portfolio. In both instances, it's important to consider tax as well as costs. Property investments can offer a great yield through the rental achieved, but the associated taxes, that includes income tax paid on rental income, capital gains tax paid on disposal, as well as transfer duty, and the costs, those include property-related expenses, levies and municipal rates, financing costs, agent commission, as well as personal time and energy in maintaining the property, can all add up very quickly. Conversely, one can construct a share portfolio to provide a dividend yield that's well above the index average. These dividends will be subject to dividends tax, that's 15%, but this is usually substantially less than the income tax you would pay on a rental property. That said, an advantage of property investment is the ability to make use of leverage. In other words, taking out a bond on the property to fund part of the investment. Thirdly, you can develop a business outside of your corporate role. Depending on the spare time you have at your disposal and your employment guidelines, a second job can either be tied to an existing skill set or to a passion or hobby. Generally, it's advisable to look for business opportunities that are not dependent on extensive time commitments. It's also important not to overcapitalize on a business that plays second fiddle to your existing work. The risk is simply too high. Rather, start slowly and build up the business over time. Utilize shortcuts and technology wherever you can. For example, if you're keen to capitalize on an interest in selling imported goods, then set up an online store and manage your marketing via social media. Lastly, take advantage of existing investment opportunities. All investments need to be viewed holistically, and overall tax efficiency is essential. As of 2015, it's now possible to invest in the new tax-free investments, which are available in South Africa. The tax advantages are incomparable to anything else currently available in the market. You can either contribute 30,000 Rand outright, that's the annual investment limit, for these new investment vehicles, or you can set up a monthly debit of R2,500 or less. Also ensure that you contribute the maximum to your corporate provident fund. This is particularly relevant if your company also makes contributions. Besides the immediate tax benefits, your investment will also be subject to tax advantages within the retirement structure. If your company doesn't offer retirement benefits, it's vital that you contribute the maximum allowable, that's 15% of non-pensionable income, to a retirement annuity. If you are already contributing to a provident or pension fund, you can also make contributions to an RA. These will be tax deductible if they are sourced from non-pensionable income, for example, an annual bonus that isn't part of your remuneration package, rental income, or commission. I hope I've provided you with some insight on how to build wealth outside of your corporate salary. Thank you for your time.